state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week. Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play 1.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll set up to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 89.
And on now is the punter. They'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm that is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the ball. He's an asset to have in any offense.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Chicago.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it.
10 more yards.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll try to run this one right up the gut. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
He's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes. Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
For the right play.
That too.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At the 43-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
20. First down, Chicago.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Our home
so that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security? I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Chicago.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
First down, Chicago.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 4. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as a
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
At the 9-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Going up top. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. 108 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for number 81.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a
now third down and 7.
It's third and 7.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 68 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete.
That's good.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at their 48.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
At the 30-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. They'll come up on a second and 7 from the 27.
Second and 7.
Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
7-yard gain.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
8-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Leads to second and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at...
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From a yard out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
The kicker on for the point after.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
they're focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
For number 83.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Chicago.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want that victim toward themselves.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A gain of 15. First down, Chicago.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
First down pass.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He'll try and do this himself. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. So from the 37, here's a second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 37-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
First down, Chicago.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
A gain of 6 yards.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
13. But it's 3rd down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be a Chicago 1st down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. And he whips that one incomplete there. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Home team, 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got room. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
35-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Back to throw here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a run past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
He's taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where the extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
14 yards in a Chicago first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Our home team.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's good for a first down.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now 2nd and 3.
To number 88. A 7-yard pickup.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A loss of 7. Brings
It'll
up
be a
second
loss of
and
7 on the
17
sack, and it brings
at
up
the
second.
39-yard line.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.